Hey everybody. Well, I'm sure y'all probably thought I done forgot, but I didn't. We are still going to go ahead and finish the demon crawl pattern, and at the end of the video, I'll show you an actual demon crawl. It's a little bit different paint scheme. It's actually the original demon crawl that I started doing, but we are going to get. I'm going to show y'all how I work the stencil. And it doesn't have to be the exact stencil I use. I use freehand stencils, but I'll show you how to use the edges of your stencils to create these ragged crawl designs that look very organic. They just look more real, more custom, and I just think it looks better than the standard crawl stencils that everyone uses, that every crawl turns out the same way, just a different color. Doing it this way allows you to have a unique crawl every time you do it, and I just think it turns out better. So, that being said, let's get to the painting. Alright. Well, the stencil I'm going to be using on this one, it might be a little bit big for this lure, I'm not sure. But is going to be just a freehand textured stencil. You see I use it quite a bit. But this is what we're going to be using. It's in simple black. So first thing we're going to, or I start at the head and I create the main, I guess you'd say, shell. You don't have to follow the stencil 100%. You can use bits and pieces of stencil. You'll see that as I go along, that I won't just follow the lines. Trying to make sure I'm staying in camera. Now I do go ahead and bring it up to the back. That way when I do the other side, I can line up a lot better. I do one side at a time. And you've seen right there, I use two different sections. As long as you semi-line it up, everything will come together. I said this is not about being perfect. I think lures that people use the same stencil over and over makes this so-called perfect line. I personally just don't like it. And that's what made me kind of come up with this style. So let's go with this edge. This is probably going to be a short little video. I am going to go ahead, now that y'all see how I bring over the back, I'm going to do this side, and then I'll bring them over the back, and then we'll do the other side, make everything line up really good. Kind of like this one. So many different little edges to pick from. Sometimes it's hard to choose which ones I want, which ones I don't want. Depends on what kind of crawl I'm trying to create. And now I'm going to kind of make this last little section a little longer. My silly butt just went backwards on the stencil. That's all right. That is fixable. But like I said, I don't edit out my mistakes. Y'all just see me make a little bit of a mistake, but it will come out in the end. I've made bigger mistakes and made it come out. But that is something to remember. You, at least using this type of stencil, you are better to come from the back down. That way your fade line fades out toward the belly. And I did it this way and did that. It faded it the opposite direction, so it made it look like the shell was on a different direction. So that's something to remember. So learn from my mistake right there. Alright, now we're going to bring the shells on this other side. I'm going to bring them out. And you see how everything lines up really good now? And that's all freehand, and everything still lines up. The one thing I tell all new painters is let the chaos be the beauty. That's kind of a motto I follow. Don't try and be perfect. Don't try and make both sides exactly the same. Because I've personally never seen a fish where both sides of his body looked identical. I don't know, maybe y'all have, but I haven't. We're almost to the end of it. Let's go this way. So it's a very simple style. And now, let me get this zoomed in a little bit for you guys. Alright, there's a little better view of what's going on. Now, where the shells meet each other, we're going to fade and shade a little bit to give it some more depth. Just be real gentle because you are using black on red. Now I'm going to zoom back out. We're going to put the little final touches on it. And it's just a modeling or mottling stencil. This one's by Anarchy Models. This is their HS-46 Creature Features 9 Modeled Micro. I don't know if y'all can get that where y'all can read it. There we go. That's a really good one. Just trying to get some of them dots in there where every now and then craws have. And again, it ain't gotta be perfect. The more intentional you are about where you put things and just going for it, the better it's going to turn out. All right. Now, y'all can see. Let me see here if I can bring it up here and y'all can see a little better. That orange and red, because you're using black, it has that good breakup. That orange and red's good and bold. Now, if you want, you can even do the same thing for making the scales on the bottom. Use the very same stencil. And these scales are actually a little bit easier. Just kind of rock your stencil. And so you ain't got to get perfect with it. And you can use a freehand stencil that has rounded corners and stuff like that as well to help if you want a more round belly scale. This is my personal lure, most likely. And I'm personally not worried about if they're rounded or straight. I usually do give them a little bit of a curve, but a lure this small, it's kind of hard to. You see how quick this comes together. I mean, definitely don't take long. All right, so just to do a recap, let me see if I can get y'all a little bit closer here. All right, I'm just gonna hold the phone because I am recording with my phone. You see the details that come about just from that really quick spray. Nothing special. Like I said, to recap, these freehand stencils, these textured stencils, I personally believe they're a better stencil than the ones you get that you can click on or hold up there and they already have the lines and everything cut into them, where every time you do it, it's the lines are exactly identical. I personally don't like that. But again, that's me personally. There's nothing wrong with that type of stencil if that's what you like. I'm just not big on it. Like I said, you see just now how it's not that hard to make a very organic, lifelike, and unique pattern. I mean, you look at that and you can see sections. You see the belly sections. You can see the top. And they somewhat even line up as far as the top to the bottom. You see how the top shells, they all look like one continual shell. Now you can come in here and spray like an iridescent purple and stuff like that and really get some different effects. I wanted to show how in the first video, putting down the base coat can change the colors. I put down a pink base coat on this one and it really made the orange and red pop a little bit more. Now you see how just using a freehand stencil can really create a very unique fishing lure. Now I did tell y'all I'll show you a full-blown color pattern and style design of the demon craw. Give me just a second, I'll get it for you. All right, this right here is what I call the demon craw. Now the newer versions are getting shells on the bottom or joint sections. My original versions, the original is this. What I just did is, I guess you say, the 2.0. But both of them look just as good. But that color scheme with that style of stencil is what I call the demon craw. I personally feel like I said, using organic stencils makes a better lure. I mean, you've seen what we did here. I really hope y'all like the videos. I really hope you like the way I present what I do. And also, like, if y'all would, give me comments. Let me know what you think about the videos. I keep asking that in every video so far because honestly, there's not getting a lot of comments. I really want to know what y'all want to see, what you are interested in. So far, everyone seems to be liking what I'm doing, but I would really like to know. I'd like to hear from y'all. Tell me, what are you interested in? What do you fish for? What do you, when you go fishing, what color patterns do you go after? Do you go after crawl style patterns? Do you go after shad style patterns? I'd like to really get to know y'all a little bit better, because this isn't just about me showing you guys how I do this. I want to actually get to know y'all a little bit. I mean, y'all that are following me and subscribing, I don't know. I just think it'd be really fun and interesting to really have some back and forth interaction. And that's just what I'm hoping for. If y'all are liking the video so far, please like and subscribe. Give me some comments and hit the little bell notification so you can see when I do upload new videos. This one was just a short second part to the last video I put up. I have been a little bit busy with work and a few other things. I had I think 7 lures I had to get out to a fisherman, and had a couple others I had to get out, and they kind of, the ones that are paid for, they take priority. So if anyone does order from me, just know that if you order from me, your lure takes priority over auction lures, over YouTube lures. That's just the way it works. The people that pay, they get to the front of the line. But like I said, I want to show y'all how I do things. So let me know what you're interested in. Check out my TikTok. Check out Facebook. Definitely check out all the few other videos I have on YouTube here. It's a Rainbow Custom Lures no matter where you go. And if I'm there, you'll find me. I'm even on Instagram and a few others. But Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube are the ones I mainly go to. So if y'all want to find me and follow me elsewhere, by all means, look up Rainbow Custom Lures and you'll definitely find me. But hope y'all have a good one and hope y'all enjoyed this video. We'll catch you on the next one.